everyone. Sassy says hi. Welcome to our channel. Hi, I'm Michael Marie from Michael Marie's Wreaths. And today we're going to discuss how do you start with your wreaths? How do you know what to design? How do we come up with those designs? I'm going to discuss and teach you how I come up with mine. And then I will make it and later show you guys, and I'll do a short and put a video out there. So for me, I either start with a sign or with a ribbon. Well, for this one that I'm going to make is for my Christmas decor that I'm going to be making, and I started with ribbon. I saw this ribbon and fell in love. Now, my Christmas is all the soft blues and the whites and the silver. So I went with this and fell in love with this. So I picked my ribbons first. So I did a 4 and then I did a 2-inch. Okay. Then I did this beautiful birch just to give it a little bit of umph and add a little bit more into my my wreath. Woodsy. I wanted this ribbon here to be my focal point of everything. So I'll build my bow and I'll end with a white just to sort of kick it out there a little bit. So we have that. And then I build from there. I like to be a little bougie with stuff. So I'm going to add the gems. I went with the turquoise gems. So this will be added in there. Okay. Now, originally I was going to do a longer one. So I have 2, but I always start with a little bit more items than what I need, because there's nothing worse than when you're making a wreath and then, oops, I ran out of stuff. So I went with that, and then I absolutely love a magnolia with my Christmas stuff. So I have that, my magnolia with that. Then I'm going to bring in some of this to bring some of the silver from out of the ribbon. Okay. And then if you look at the ribbon, it's sort of a 2-tone blue. And so I also got some of these bay leaves that have the sparkle and shine. Now these have the sparkle and shine, and yes, it comes off a little bit, but it's not like an excessive shedding amount. So I have some of the blue that I'll add. Then it has like a champagne gold. So I'm going to look to see how some of this gold looks with it. Okay. Because that brings just a little bit of a touch here and there, as if it got splashed with it a little bit. Then I got this beautiful iridescent, which I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it has just like a pearl iridescent look to the eucalyptus, just to add that wintry touch, almost as if it was kissed by snow. But I want to put a border of the wintry thing, so I got some cedar pine that's flocked, and I'm going to put it in towards the bottom to add the base. And so I have that stuff, and then you go, okay, well, what's the next step? Well, you could either do the step we just finished about picking out your supplies. You can finish that, make that step 2, or make that step 3. For me, I already knew before I even got the ribbon, I wanted a swag because I prefer swags. So you need to decide, what do I want, a wreath? Do I want a swag? Then do I want a deca mesh wreath? Do I want an evergreen wreath? Do I want, how do I want to build it up? So you need to come up with all of those. So, but for me, I decided a swag. So I pulled this swag. I originally had gotten a tinsel, like iridescent one, but for me, the iridescent, this is the one I had. So I just decided that I think for this, I liked a little bit more. My husband helped pick too. We sort of wanted to go with the white evergreen. So that's the choices you make. So you could decide first, do you want a swag or a wreath? Okay. Because that's not really going to so much decide on how you make it yet. But then you want to pick out, what do you want your focal points to be? Your focal points are going to be the thing that when you look at the wreath, that's going to be almost the first thing that you're going to notice. So, like I said, for me, my focal point was this poinsettia wreath that was like the blue and a little bit of a deeper blue. So I like that. And of course, I go with this beautiful ribbon that has the wire. So as you can see it stands up really nice. So when I do my wreath, the bow will stand out really well. So I have that again. So I picked, then after I have the one base rhythm that I want, or sign, whichever, my major focal point, I want to be my bow and the gems. So then I picked those. Okay, well then the once you make that, then you need to decide the swag, the wreath. Okay, I did that. Well, now you would make your wreath and take it from there. And then, of course, you need to show everybody what you made. And if you did go and you make something or you learn something from this video, I would hope that you would like, share, and subscribe and tell me what you learned. And if there's anything else that you would like to learn, please put it in the comments. We would love to hear from you. We would love to have you subscribe, and you could follow us we are on my shop, that you see anything that you ever see me design or create would be in my shop, which is michaelmariewreaths.etsy.com. Now, I'm also on TikTok. I have a Facebook business page, which you can find me, and on Instagram, and they are all Michael Marie Wreaths. So you can find me there. Hopefully, hey, follow us. When you see me go live, hey, come on in and join us. We'd love to have you, and we'd love to add beauty to your world. So you know what? Have a good day as you get ready for the holiday seasons. And you know what? Don't forget today to add beauty to somebody's world. Bye.